Welcome to the Apple Insider Podcast. This is your host, Stephen Robles, and we're going to recap the Scary Fast event that happened tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it was mainly for the M3 family of chips, now in a refreshed iMac and new MacBook Pros. And then we'll get into the details. Because it was an evening event, we actually got to hear Tim Cook say good evening instead of good morning. And just a side note, I really liked all the music that they had throughout the event behind all the presenters. Also opened with a really cool, spooky-looking Apple Park. Lots of mist and eerie imagery, so that was pretty cool. The first part of the event, we went to Johnny Sarugi, and he said, "Welcome to my lab," in a very ominous way. And he introduced the M3 family of chips, the M3, M3 Pro, and M3 Max. And these are the first chips going into Macs with the 3nm process. Now, he mentioned three major features to these chips: dynamic caching, mesh shading, and ray tracing, all speaking to the graphics performance of these new chips. We'll get into more details on Friday's episode of the Apple Insider Podcast, but basically games and other graphic-intense applications are really going to take advantage of this new chip and its faster GPU. Oftentimes, they compare these M3 family of chips to the M1, saying many of them are 2.5 times faster than the M1, and we do have an increased unified memory max to 128 gigabytes if you go for the M1 Max chip. We then moved on to the MacBook Pro. Now, it seems like the 13-inch MacBook Pro with Touch Bar has finally gone away, replaced now with a 14-inch MacBook Pro in the same body style that we've had before, but you can purchase it with an M3 version. So you can buy an M3 14-inch or an M3 Pro or M3 Max, all 14 inches, and then you can get the Pro and Max chips in the 16-inch model. The M3 Pro version is 40% faster than the M1 Pro, which is my 14-inch MacBook, and also it's an 18 gigabyte base unified memory rather than 16. So you get 2 extra gigabytes if you go for that base model. You can go up to 36 gigabytes of unified memory on the M3 Pro version, and again, all the way up to 128 on the Max. M3 Pro can handle up to 2 external displays. M3 Max can handle up to 4 external displays, and Apple said these MacBook Pros tout 22 hours of battery life. Ports are the same, and the screen is still that XDR display. Apple said it's 1,000 nits sustained, up to 1,600 peak brightness, and they did mention that this seemed to be a new feature, that SDR content will now be displayed up to 600 nits, which will match the brightness better of the rest of the HDR content. But probably the biggest news, aside from the chips, is that we do get a new color for the 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pros. That is space black. And the images looked really cool. Would love to see these in person, but that space black looks pretty nice. Pricing, $1,600 for the 14-inch M3 version. The M3 Pro starts at $2,000, and then the 16-inch, starting with M3 Pro, is $2,500. And right before the event concluded, it was just 30 minutes this whole event, we did get a refreshed iMac, although nothing was really refreshed except for the chip. The 24-inch iMac now comes with an M3 chip. We get the same colors, no new colors here for the 24-inch iMac, and Apple did take a moment to say the 4.5K display is the perfect replacement for both the 4K and 5K, seeming to squelch any thought that they are going to come out with a larger size iMac. Previously, the 21.5-inch and 27-inch iMacs were 4K and 5K. Apple says this one display serves both those sizes. So I don't think we're going to see a larger size iMac anytime soon. Again, no other hardware changes to the iMac. Still has the 1080p FaceTime camera, 6-speaker sound system, just has the M3 chip inside. Starts at $1,300, same price as before. And that was the entire event. The M3 family of chips, refreshed MacBook Pro models, a refreshed iMac, and that's it. There was that last-minute rumor that maybe an iPad mini would get refreshed, but clearly didn't happen at this event, and probably not likely to happen for the rest of this year. It looks like this is the product lineup for the holiday season in 2023. Also notably, no USB-C peripherals, no Magic Keyboard, Magic Trackpad, or Magic Mouse. None of those devices got USB-C, and if you order an iMac today with the new M3 chip, you still get Lightning ports on the Magic Mouse and the Magic Trackpad. It's a little disappointing. This would have been an ideal moment to reveal USB-C peripherals, but that is not the case. So we will have to wait even longer to donate or get rid of our Lightning cables. Let me know what you think on social media. You can get a hold of me on Threads, on X, on Mastodon. All those links are in the show notes. Are you going to be getting one of these M3 Pro or M3 Max MacBook Pros? Is the space black enough to have you upgrade? I do really want to see it in person. It does look pretty sweet. And that was the entire Scary Fast event. Again, stay tuned to Apple Insider for any news the rest of this week, and we'll have our in-depth Friday episode coming soon. And don't forget to check out HomeKit Insider every Monday with me and Andrew O'Hara talking about smart home, and the Apple Insider Daily Podcast, the top headlines in just a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.